my keyboard.
Did it work?
You guys know what time it is, fam? You guys know what time it is? It's time for Alcoholics Anonymous. I mean, audio.
Because you know that's what I always think of. Yeah.
Dab o'clock. Is that what it is? Anyway, guys, welcome back. Audio Addiction. What's good? I don't know why they're throwing up Vape Nation. This isn't Vape Nation. Sorry. But my name's Brandon. I'm the host. I'd like to welcome back Chris, Dan picking his eyeball, and Nicholas. What's going on, guys?
Hey.
How was your week?
Pretty well. Pretty busy.
All right.
Yeah, pretty car crashy.
You're gonna have to tangent that later. But all right. So, like we always do, we start out with one band we've been listening to throughout the week. So, I kind of cheated this week, guys. I picked 2, even though I didn't write 2 on here. But the first band I listened to, obviously, of course, Under Oath, because we're seeing them next week, and I gotta be able to know all the lyrics so I can scream them in everybody's faces. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, gotta fangirl out, you know. But I've been listening to like Define the Great Line. They're only chasing safety, and then I've been dabbling in the Lost in the Sound of Separation. So I'm pretty excited to see them. Hopefully they play. I know like I heard something about like them playing other songs above the 2 albums, but I'm not entirely sure. And then so that would be interesting to see. And then the second band that I have, they broke up a while ago, and I didn't mention it on the last, like the one episode we were talking about like bands being broken up, but it's a band called Life on Repeat. I don't know if you guys have heard of them, but they're kind of
you actually sent me like songs.
Yeah.
They're really good.
They're awesome. I love them. I'm kind of mad that they're gone now, but if you want to check out their stuff, they're kind of like what would you consider them, Chris? Like rock, I guess, like harder rock.
Yeah, they're kind of more pop punkish kind of.
Yeah,
it's not really, but you know,
it's an eclectic mix of like pop punk, like rock, hard rock. They got some heavier tracks, but then again they got some like lighter, softer stuff, but awesome albums. I think the first one was like self-titled, and the second one was called Blacklisted. But they only had 2 albums. They were like on, I think they were on either, I think it was Equal Vision. I'm not entirely sure. But I love that band to death, so I'm kind of mad they're gone, but I'd like to hear what else. Let's go, Chris. Chris, what have you been listening to?
Yeah, I was in the gym today, and you know, I just felt like, hey, let's do some nostalgia. And from first to last, I was listening to probably their best album easily is "Dear Diary." My teenage has a body count, so yeah, pretty much every song on that is awesome. And then you know, Sonny had to go off and do his own thing and become like a billionaire now with what?
Drop the bass.
Skrillex now. So I think that's one of those things where it's like, what you question why a person would leave a band and do something like solo at that time. It's like, well, he's just doing something stupid. Like no one's gonna listen to him anymore. And he kind of did go off the grid for like 3 or 4 years. And it was funny. I first heard of Skrillex. I had no idea it was Sonny Moore. I was like,
wow,
this is actually kind of catchy music. I've never heard this dubstep stuff, I think it's called, you know, before. And next thing you know, it's like, holy crap, it's him from first to last. Like, this guy actually dropped a band that was super successful in its heyday and somehow pulled together and did something even more successful. Now he's easily the most well-known DJ of our generation, probably. So it's crazy. So, yeah. From first to last was always one of my favorite screamo bands. It's probably, I started listening to them in freshman year, and they've definitely were one of the first bands I ever really listened to, like religiously, you know. So that is what I've been listening to. Yep.
I know they did like an Indiegogo, like I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but they released another album with Spencer Stiletto from Periphery, the vocalist for Periphery. So that was pretty good. I'm not like, I mean, you know, they had all the original members except for Sonny, obviously, but it was a good album. I'd give it a listen. But we'll move on to Dan. Dan looks like he's ready to talk.
Who have I really been listening? I think I've still been on like a Hobson and all them kick. Honestly,
or Jared.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Jared's, there you go. You gave me mine. I listened to at least the first 10 songs because the other songs I've already heard. But every time I'm in my car, sad story. But yeah, all the songs are just awesome. I'm still digging Pit Warrior, even though I got to listen to it first. But
Pit loving it. Great. Yeah, Pit Warrior is probably my favorite. Either that one or either the filler song. The filler song's hilarious.
Yeah, filler song's funny.
All right, Nick, your turn, buddy.
The band I've been listening to, I have to thank Guitar Hero for introducing me to, and my BBFL, Best Brew for Life, mi hermano de armas, Brandon. It's Lower Than Atlantis. So
oh, nice, bro.
Song on Guitar Hero, and then he was like, "Bro, you should keep listening to him," and I was like, "Bro, I'm gonna do that," and I did. That's that.
And I did.
What do you think of him?
I like him. I've only listened to like maybe 3 or 4 songs, and out of the 4, I've been listening to 3 of them. But
did you which album was it?
I don't fucking know. I know I've been listening to Here We Go.
Yeah, that one's
Kids in America.
Yeah, that's like
Kids in America.
Yeah.
Then there's one other one where they got fucking goop dripping off of their face and shit, but I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, it's like I guess, but like even before they were like pop punk kind of like rock almost, and now they're like more like mainstream rock kind of. I feel like they could blow up at like on any occasion. Like I think they're fairly big in UK, but like they're not like too big around here, like United States. But they definitely, like Nick said, they could definitely be on the radio for sure, without a doubt.
I like the way Here We Go is because it was like, to me, it was like a heavy song. But it was like, if you were feeling like metalcore, I don't fucking be called, but like you didn't want to deal with the screaming and shit, like that would be your song. The rest of it isn't quite as heavy sounding, but it's not bad.
It's got like a nice groove to it. I like it a lot. I bought the album because I saw them, but it's awesome. So yeah, we'll move on to the news portion where we talk about music news. So the first bit of news was about Puddle of Mud singer involved with the police. Apparently, like, I don't know what went down, but like he got arrested in some capacity. But I don't personally listen to Puddle of Mud. I just thought it was like an interesting article, so I just picked it just because I thought it was interesting. But what are your guys' thoughts on it?
Don't fuck up.
I haven't really heard of Puddle of Mud since years ago. I mean, they had that one song, and it escapes my memory. But it's always comical to see these rock stars we put on a pedestal, up there they're immune to everything. And yet this guy comes along and is apparently getting in trouble with police. So it's just that everybody up there with power, in a sense, is not escapable from police. So I mean, we don't know the details.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's kind of funny.
We should have a drinking game for Nick every time he does a dab. You gotta take a shot.
I was yawning, and the way I was yawning, I was set up perfectly. Damn it.
I mean, we could do that. We could do that. That would work out. But but gotta make it interesting. Gotta drag people in. So, but anyway, the next article that I found was Beartooth parts way with their drummer. I don't know if that really detrimentally hurts them because I think Caleb writes all of the instruments anyway to like all of their albums. So. But it would just probably be just like a new touring member, if anything. And they released a new song, so if you guys didn't listen to it...
Swingcore.
Swingcore.
So good.
Oh, that was just so
Oh
hilarious.
my god, it was so great.
I want them to make a whole album.
It was awesome. It's probably gonna be like somebody was like, "Can this be an extra on the new album?"
Yeah.
But like you could download it. You can download it for free, so it doesn't even matter. They like gave it out. So
Next thing you know, like somebody out there actually tries
That's
to
what
make this genre real and be like, let's do this thing for real.
that's what I said. That's why I said that. I was like, "Shit, that'd be hilarious if somebody actually like full."
You know, they're like
like
taking
a
themselves
full-
seriously.
like a full four piece like metal like jazz quartet. Like
Yeah.
that. Like, do 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 do. It's like.
It's gonna be the new craze.
I
Yeah.
think for me,
It's gonna be like
the saxophone
35.
is what killed me the most in the fucking
The which one?
background, the saxophone.
Oh, the
Background,
yeah.
like, going off, I was like, get the fuck out of here.
I think the best part was like they actually left the video exactly the same, like the filmography, like in the video. Like it's like people like crowd surfing, and all you hear is like boo doo 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 doo. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they played that one off pretty well. That was hilarious. Also, they're in the studio as well, so we're recording like their next album. Like Caleb's been posting a few things on like his Instagram account of like what the album's gonna sound like and stuff. So I'm pumped, man. I love that band, so excited. Also, speaking of other bands in the studio, we got Woven War in the studio, which is like 90%. Actually, it's 100%. As I Lay Dying, X's members, like it's their guitar player, their drummer, bass, whatever, and then their singer is Shane Blay from O Sleeper. So they're in the studio. They had an album out, and they still have one. I'd give it a listen. It's kind of like, it's definitely As I Lay Dying with like a new vocalist that only does like cleanish style stuff. So
Huh.
give it a listen.
Wait, there's no screams at all?
I don't, not that I recall. I didn't think there
Wow.
was any screaming. I think it was just like solid, like real ass metal music. But
Oh wow.
I give it a
I mean,
listen.
I always
What?
did like some of the As I Lay Dying songs that did have the cleans in them. Not many did, but there were always a couple.
Like
See,
when I listen. What were you gonna say, Nick?
See a Separation was good. I like that one
Yeah.
a lot. I like them from the
Yeah.
beginning, man.
I don't remember which one's the one with like the skull face. Like it kind of looks like a sun, and it's got like the skull face on it. I don't remember which
That's
album that.
Fragile Worlds Collapse,
That
I
one-
think.
I think that one was
If
my
it's the
favorite.
Skull and the Flames, you said, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
should be
Oh, was it
Fragile Worlds
Flames?
Collapse,
Yeah,
Right?
that was it then. Yeah, that has to be
We'll
it.
find out in like
But,
2 seconds.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, so that's probably my favorite from As I Lay Dying. But when you listen to this band, when you listen to this band, just imagine them separately from what bands they're in now, and like it'll totally change what you think they sound like. Because like if you go into the mentality of like, oh, it sounds like As I Lay Dying, then you're not gonna get like the full like effect in terms of like when you're listening to the album.
Okay.
Like just keep them separate, and they're awesome.
Uh-huh.
So
Did you say it was a moon? Was it a moon?
it's like a
Skull and a moon?
it's like a skull. It was like a skull in the sun or something like that, or like
Skull and the
fiend.
moon,
Yeah.
Was it Shadows
Or
or
Moon?
Security? Shadows or
Yeah,
Security. It was a
that's
moon,
what it was.
And then the skull behind it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was a good album. I like that one.
That one's a good one.
Find.
Oh, 94 hours.
Yes.
94 hours. Yeah,
Oh, that was
yeah.
that album.
The-
I think that was
94 hours.
Four
94
Worlds.
hours is the best. Yeah.
No,
94.
Yeah.
yeah, it was the first album.
Forever.
Yeah, that one's a good one. Yeah.
Ugh, can't scream. Never mind. Fuck that.
Still love
Okay,
Forever.
bye.
All right.
Okay,
Another
bye.
thing we got. This one's kind of for Nick. It's the Motionless and White Word Alive. They had a split apparently back when they were real like Empire for Word Alive, and like Motionless and White's like first or EP or whatever. But they did a split, which basically is like their EP and the other band's EP, and they put it on like one disc. And it was only released in Japan. I think there was like only 1,000 made or whatever. So that was just kind of interesting as like a kind of a history piece almost, if anything. So I mean, I don't think anybody around here could get their hands on it, but just that's kind of interesting to me. At least I thought it was interesting.
Pretty dope.
Another cool topic is Weezer released their new album, the White album. I don't know if any of you listen to Weezer. I kind of grew up with Weezer, so like I like them a lot. I like them a lot.
Always on the radio, you know.
Yeah, and I loved all their color albums. So like the White album, blue, green,
Best one.
red. Yeah, the blue one's. I don't know the blue and the green. That one's tough. I think it's a tough one. I don't know which
What's
one.
on the green album? That's a really.
Island in the Sun.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But those are both great albums. Like they've all made pretty awesome albums over.
Yeah, they made a lot of albums over the years.
Yeah, they have made. I don't know, probably 8+ maybe.
Holy crap!
I think I don't know, but anyway, they said I read a review on it and they said it's like classic Weezer, so I have to give it a listen. So I haven't.
That'll be something else.
Chris is excited.
Yeah, no.
Also, they're on tour with Panic. I think they're gonna be on tour with Panic at the Disco.
Isn't there like non-original members in that band besides the vocalist?
No, they're all original members, if I'm not mistaken.
In Panic at the Disco, I thought they all left.
Panic at the Disco. I thought you were talking about Weezer. I was like,
no, yeah.
No one changed
they're all
to Weezer.
different, right? Except the vocalist.
It's just the vocalist. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like the last album, it was the vocalist and the drummer, and then the drummer left.
Drummer left. Yeah.
Right.
Why is everybody leaving that band? Like,
I don't know. They were so good.
there must be something with the
vocalist.
vocalist. Like, I guess the vocalist is really hard to work with, or something.
Maybe because you see like their
changed
progression of sound through all their albums.
Yeah.
Most likely they were like, we're not down with this.
Honestly, like I
agree with Dan.
I confuse the singer of Panic at the Disco with Fall Out Boy all the time. Am I crazy for saying that?
I always did that when I first started listening.
I never got them confused.
Really?
I don't think I've ever gotten them confused.
Like sometimes, like with their music now, both those bands are more similar. I think so. It's like, wait, is this them or them?
Their voices are somewhat similar.
Yeah, somewhat similar. Yeah, I give that. I agree with that. But so they're on tour or they will be on tour with Panic at the Disco. So check them out. I mean, obviously they're a classic, so I don't know why you wouldn't have checked them out. But speaking of another classic, Green Day's back in the studio. That's kind of rad. All of these older bands are coming back. Like Blink.
That is awesome.
Blink was in the
Blink
was in the studio. Green Day's in the studio. Thrice is in the studio. Speaking of which, Thrice released a new song. It was killer.
What?
Check it out. Yeah.
You need to tell me about this?
Sorry, man. I listened to it. I sobbed a lot, and then I went back to it and sobbed some more, and then I was like, "Oh, I should send this to Chris," and then I cried. So.
And then I cried.
So
a lot of 15-year-old girls are gonna be really happy with the music coming out. So.
No, but going back to Green Day,
Blink.
Just us 15. Just us collectively will be excited about it. Or like
as long as Green Day goes back and makes another Dookie album, then I'll be happy. But I don't see that really happening.
Ever since
you didn't like American Idiot? Oh, come on, American Idiot is so good.
Fucking what the hell was that song? Boulevard
Holiday?
of Broken Dreams.
Yeah.
Who fucking who?
That was right after Holiday, right?
Broken Dreams.
Yeah, Holiday.
I know. Honestly, like
there's so much going on.
Alright.
I tweeted at Dan this. Danny Warsnop has a new track, so I'd like to get your thoughts on it, Dan, since you are a Danny Warsnap fanatic over here.
I didn't get to hear it.
Sorry, Nick.
Is out?
Excuse me, you don't use your Twitter, so I didn't tweet it at you.
I don't get updates. It says some bimbo messaging me like, or some bimbo likes this, or some idiot likes this, and Dan posted about his fucking live stream, and so liked it. But
I can't even look through my freaking Twitter feed because I follow so many people. No, because it's so cancer, bro.
Oh no!
They're all clickbaits. You won't believe these 6 crazy pictures. There's only 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These 3 people almost died taking the selfie.
But anyway,
and then you're like, really? No. Anyway, yeah. I didn't listen to
thoughts?
it. If you sent me the music,
No, I
Did you
would.
die, though?
I like tweeted at you. So
okay. Then I didn't. I did. If it's out, I didn't listen to it. I want to hear it if it is out. If it's
is.
not out, I'm pretty stoked.
it's out.
If it's out, okay. So I'll listen to it like I don't know tonight.
After this.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty good. It's solo stuff, right?
It's solo stuff. Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So I wonder if he's just like trashing like We Are Harlot like after their first album. Which wouldn't be uncommon for someone who just got basically kicked out of a band to go
Yeah.
another band to solo to
It sounded
Not
off.
just
Bands
That's
he
not.
kicked
That,
out of. I knew he left
Ask Alexandria.
asking.
Alexandria, but
No, he got-
Harlot's
they got-
done already.
No, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering since he's coming out with solo stuff.
If
I'm
they're
wondering
done.
if
Yeah,
they're,
they're
just
done,
done
yeah.
already.
Uh,
But he got kicked out of Ask Alexandria.
I mean,
Isn't I
he
mean,
sounded like
he
somebody. we know.
left, but like everyone in the band is all mad at him. Obviously, it was like you guys or the guys told him like, "Yo, we don't want you in the band anymore," and then he was like, "Okay," so he left. But in my opinion, when the whole band doesn't want you there, you got kicked out.
You got kicked out. Yeah. Exactly. That sounded like somebody else we know. Johnny Craig.
Yeah.
But
And then where Slave's going? Nowhere.
yeah.
Or solo stuff.
Yeah. This one is kind of for Nick. Classic rock, you know. That Guns N' Roses are back together with Axl, everybody, Slash, you know.
Whoa.
Didn't
Wow.
So-
you fuck over some concert a couple of years ago? Like,
Yeah, probably.
didn't
I'm not
you
e-
feel like
I
getting
w-
on stage.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Axl.
Yeah. They're
Oh, shit.
performing at Coachella with their OG lineups. Or not Coachella, Bonnaroo maybe. I don't remember which one ever. Whatever one's in California. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's Coachella. It's not Bonnaroo.
Bonnaroo's in
Coachella.
Australia, isn't it, or something?
No, Bonnaroo's in Tennessee.
Chicago?
Tennessee.
I don't know. These-
It's Tennessee. It's Tennessee. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one. Our homie, Dan and I's homie, in Lonely Faces, released a cover of Zayn Malik's Pillow Talk. We can go. I mean, Chris hasn't heard it, but Nick and Dan both have. So I think it's good. It's definitely playing up like what they're gonna sound like. But I know Nick wasn't too much of
I'll
a.
admit, I was
Tick-
salty in the beginning, and I didn't give it too much of a chance. I was having a shitty day at work. I still stand by what I say, because it's... What threw me off mainly was the vocal patterns. I'm used to Zayn's vocal
Oh, yeah,
patterns
yeah.
because I've been listening to it, and it's not bad. I still think, like, the chorus is a lot better than the rest of the song. Just in my opinion, I think once it goes into the chorus, it just fucking takes over, and that's when you're like, yeah. But everything else is kind of just like, meh. Like,
I don't know.
in
Yeah.
my opinion, they made the chorus theirs, but they kind of just flipped it on
Flip-flop,
the guitar for
yeah,
the rest
yeah,
of the
yeah.
song. Like, the rest of the song was like Zayn's song, and then the chorus was their rendition of it. And I don't know if they sort of like mixed it up, and I guess the best way to explain it would be like August Burns' Red version of "Hit Me Baby One More Time."
Yeah.
They fucking completely
killed it.
changed it, but they still
Yeah,
killed
oh, yeah.
it, and that's why I
Yeah.
love that one so much. But I mean, it's not bad. I'm not gonna hate on it and say it's shit. It is good. It definitely has its good parts, but
It's
I
definitely not like
just
the
wish
original.
More of it was like they made theirs.
Their sound, yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because when I was listening to it, I was like, yeah, like without even like I kind of listened to the Zayn's version of it. Obviously, it's his song, but I mean like
Oh, you cutting out, bro. I don't know what's happening. Am I dead?
Hey,
Oh,
there.
you guys dead. There we go. Wow.
I don't know.
that's
We'll
split in
see.
Fucking half.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
You
Wow.
have to say that whole thing again.
So
Yeah,
basically,
sorry,
what I said was that they have to make it their own. Like I felt like you said in the chorus they did make it their own sound, but before that, it kind of just sounded like guitar transposed over just like their song over his song. So, I mean, again, it's a cover. I mean, I guess it's not meant to be like taken super seriously because it's not like their material. But we'll probably either have them on or we'll be talking about them later. So, go check it out. Support the homies. You feel me?
Support the homies.
Heartburn.
What about your thoughts, Dan? I know you enjoyed it a lot. So.
I definitely dig it. I've listened to it like at least once a day since it came out.
Wow.
I definitely get like, yeah, there was parts where it was like, okay, you're kind of just, it sounds like you're kind of playing over the original song.
Yeah.
Or you just like didn't really do much to it.
Did you say transposing?
But
Would that be it? Like just
transposing.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
changed the instruments over
like,
to what they're playing. Yeah.
Like it was instruments, but
yeah. But at the same time, it's like you were saying, it's a cover, and they're not going to go out of their way to create a whole nother song with it. And because some of it that they wrote in didn't originally sound like Zane's Pillow Talk, like some of what they were playing. So I feel like in order to connect back to it, they had to keep like.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Music. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like they could have done better, but I mean, they're not getting paid for it, so
yeah.
Like if they were getting paid for it and selling it, I feel like they would have done a lot more.
At the same time, if they're in a band and they want to get more fans, wouldn't you still put your heart into it, even if it was just?
Oh
shit! I still want to make it top notch, even if I wasn't getting paid for it, just because it's still going to be a reflection of what. Because right now it's the only video they have, right?
Yeah.
So I would want that to be a reflection of exactly what we have to offer in the future. But that's just me.
But I feel like I'm taking in what you said into account with my explanation.
Yeah.
I feel like they killed it.
And I'm not
to put it like
I'm not
I feel like
bad.
They were like, this is the best we can do with keeping it a cover.
Yeah.
I mean, we're also like not hating on it. I think it's just like we're just giving them criticism. Yeah. Yeah. So you also want to see like, if you're gonna invest, like it's kind of like investing in the band because like you want to see what potentially they could do. So I do agree with Nick in the sense of like you got to put your best foot forward in that sense. Like even if it is a cover and it's not your song, like you have to put yourself out there, make it your own. Like it was the same thing with like the I Prevail thing. Like they became big because like they did that Taylor Swift cover, but they made it their own and now they're on Fearless. So like that's just that's my choice.
whatever's called.
I was a lot louder, but I muted myself. So.
Yes, I saw that. But anyway, Chris, I didn't forget it. So here we go. Thrice, new album. To Be Everywhere is to Be Nowhere, out May 27th.
Yeah,
the new song is Something Sand. I don't remember exactly what the hell it's the title, and I'm being a bad YouTuber for not knowing it. But yeah, so that's it. Check it out.
Yeah.
It's out already.
Thrice, every time I hear Thrice, I just get so pumped. Like you could just tell, like distinctly, the guitar. Like you just hear that sound of the guitar. I don't even have to hear the vocals. I'm like, might not have heard the song before, but I just hear the first guitar, and I'm like, yep, that's a Thrice song. So I'll be excited to listen to it.
I honestly, like, I did listen to them, and I will admit they are probably, like, one of the better bands that come out of the scene for sure, but, like, I will admit I didn't listen to them as thoroughly, like, in my younger years, so now I have to, like, circle back and listen to, like, their older albums and
stuff. The Artist in the Ambulance,
yeah.
One that came before that is extremely good, forget the name.
Yeah, I gotta listen to those for sure, but, do you guys have any thoughts, Dan or Nick? I don't know if you guys listen to a lot of Thrice or not.
I probably should, but I've never listened
to it.
I've listened to a little, but I also just noticed, like, I'm the only one in this that doesn't have their mic, like, in the video, so I'm just gonna do this.
Just slowly inch it in, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Yeah, man.
in case you were wondering how much I love Sunrise Skater Kids.
Oh God, no.
What the heck?
Screenshot it. It's for Jared. This one's for Jared.
I got the flag.
You've been triggered.
I got a flag and I framed my poster.
Oh, that's awesome.
Eh,
So yeah. And then another thing we got on here, 100th. I don't know if you guys are a big fan of 100th, but they're awesome. They're kind of like hardcore-ish. They're in the studio along with Devil Wears Prada's in the studio recording LP number 7. What? Super excited for them. Can't wait for their album. That's gonna be awesome though. I love that band. Like I don't care. I don't care what people think of them. I just love them so much. But anyway, we're gonna move into our topic for tonight. So we came up with this one last week, and Chris had the cover song. So I think Nick wanted to circle back and do a song for a song or two. So. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh yeah.
Really good.
How's it going? Nice,
Yep.
nice. Oh, and a day to remember since you've been gone. I mean, come on, classic right there, classic. Maybe we'll sing it after. No, I'm just kidding. like all of us at the end, we're like, since you've been gone.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since we destroyed since we destroyed everybody's ears, I'm gonna circle back to the topic. So, basically, what it is some albums that hit you emotionally, whether it be lyric based, musically based, or etc. So, I guess I'll start off. Probably one of my favorite albums for sure, but also one that hits home is Beartooth's "Disgusting" album. That album that album hits the feels. You know what I mean? So that one's an excellent album. I highly suggest if you haven't listened to it, give it a listen. Another one that hits the feels is Wage Wars album. I think it's called Blueprints. It came out not too long ago. Awesome album. Can't wait to see them on Warped as well and meet them because they seem like awesome dudes. But give it a listen. They really do hit some deep topics. Probably one of the better bands to come out of 2015 in my opinion. And there was one more that I remember. Oh, it was Dayseeker's album. I forget which. It's the older one. It's not Hollow. But that one hits home too. So those are like kind of my three that I mean, it doesn't have to be three, but just three that speak to me a lot, and especially lyrically. Like even like when you listen to certain lyrics and you put it to like the music, it just like those albums are probably the best combination of like lyrical like writings and just sound, like music sounds. So yeah, so I guess we'll go on to Chris. What'd you pick?
I went to again my favorite band, Bayside. namely pretty much every album I love, but the lyrics are just so well constructed by Anthony Ranieri and the guys on the band. They just hit it home all the time about just the reality of things and growing up and love and just like really general kind of things as human beings that we experience, but they articulate it like so well that it hits home. And namely the one album, the acoustic album that came out in 2006, which includes both songs from their self-titled and Sirens Like Adults, is really good. They also threw on like 2 or 3 extra songs that they haven't done before on that album. And I don't know if you guys ever had this kind of experience, but I had like an out-of-body experience listening to one of the songs they played. It was probably in like 2007 or 8. I was at where was it? Electric Factor in Philly.
Oh,
and
Electric Factor.
Yeah, they played. So it was. I think it was like towards the end of the set. They were going to go off stage. Like, okay, you know, this is it. This is our last song. But then Anthony came back on the stage with his acoustic guitar. Everybody else was going off the stage, and he starts playing "Don't Call Me Peanut," which is basically this like love song and everything. But like everybody like took out like lighters and everything. This was like before like smartphones and everything, and it was just like this real quiet moment of everybody just kind of like out there in this other dimension kind of thing. And it was like, I'll be honest, like I started tearing up and everything because like just it was, like the moment was just like so powerful, like just it was insane. So and just listening to that song, like, and yeah, so definitely Bayside. Like that's the reason why they're probably my top 3 favorite bands of all time. So
I think those are like the best moments at concerts though, that like you can't convey like in a CD. Like if you purchase like if you're somebody who purchases music, like there's nothing like seeing it live. Like when they're doing music live, it's just like
crazy.
There's like some sort of feeling, like especially like with our type of music. Like some people are like, oh, I don't get it. Like I don't get how you could understand it or whatever. And I'm just like, you're not there. Like you don't understand. Like it really does. Like you can definitely feel it when you're like in there, and like other people like feel the same thing. So
it's like
it's kind of like this kind of like aura or something. It's kind of interesting, but
it's like there's
hard. Yeah.
Like this whole thing of like empathy, like in that one instance too, it was just like everybody was like on the same brainwave. Like I was looking around, everybody was just like tearing up, and everybody was just like everybody was just like shouting the lyrics, like every single person in that place in unison, and you couldn't even hear Anthony, but we all knew what we were saying, and it was just like so powerful. I was like, I'll never forget that moment. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was like the same thing when what I at least thought was the last Under Oath song that I'd ever hear, because I saw them at their farewell show, and man, I can't explain the feeling. It was just like everybody was just singing. I think it was I don't remember what song it was, but it was just like that. Those types of moments are just like hard to explain, and like hopefully we relive it for the Under Oath shows, the Under Oath show coming up, because like I'm definitely gonna be like a little teary-eyed, not gonna lie. So, but we'll move on to Dan. Dan, what did you pick?
Well, I mean, it's not the whole album, but from what I could like immediately think, there's like a few songs definitely. Helena is one by My Chemical Romance. Yeah. Mainly because I was like a little angsty little kid at the time that I like was listening to it, because I was listening to it when my sister died on her funeral.
Wow. Oh wow.
That's all I listened to. So like it really gets me in the feels now. I ruined it basically. Like whenever I listen to it by myself, I'm just like
yeah.
But another song that really, I can't really explain why it hits me the way it does. The Burden interlude on the Hollow album by Memphis Mayfire.
That was the album. That was the album I was thinking of. That one.
Yeah, I was like that song. I don't know. Like you hear like the couple like arguing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like it really gets me.
It really
I don't
hits.
know why. I'm just like.
Just the whole album in general is just like a emotional trip though.
But the Burden, like I'll just start tearing up. Like there's like no words.
There are no words.
There's just a little bit of shouting. You could hear kind of what they're like.
Yeah.
But then like it's not even those parts that get me. It's just like how they made the music. I'll just like start to tear up. I'm like, what?
What am I doing?
On, man? Yeah, it's crazy.
No, I 100% agree with you on that one, Dan. That album hits me hard too. So
yeah, it's crazy.
And I said Beartooth, so we're kind of like we're definitely on that.
Oh yeah, disgusting. It's
Oh man, That's it.
Especially
That's
his I don't want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sick and disgusting.
Sick and disgusting. Yeah, the last track. The last track. Yeah. We were taking a field trip.
It's one of my favorite songs on that album.
Yeah, listen to the whole album, dude. It's.
Yeah, I have to do that over again.
You'll take a field trip. I'm just gonna tell you that. Another not to interrupt you, but one more. Gideon's, I forget which album it is. It's their newest one. That is a field trip. 100%. Yeah. I think you should pack an overnight bag.
So is like every The Plot and You album.
Oh yeah, Plot and You.
Those are all like angry feels though. Like if you ever want to get like super pumped,
yeah,
listen to The Plot and You. Like it's the song. I can't remember what album it is. It's the one where it's like purple.
Is it Miscarriage?
And he's like holding his heart. Yeah, like Miscarriage and like stuff like that are on there. Oh, it's so good. And then I think it might be an EP, but it has a Wife Beater on there. Wife Beater
is the EP.
Yeah. Ah, it's so good.
I'm not gonna. There's something to be hidden in that, but I won't tell you it. You might have to see tomorrow, Dan.
Oh, Pika Pika.
Yeah. It's your turn. Interesting. Oh my god!
I was gonna say,
I was gonna believe you for a second. I was like, man, they hit me in the feels too. And then you denied it, and I was just like, oh, never mind. I didn't mean that.
Got him.
Wow, that was bad. That was bad. Is it Daughter by John Mayer? Oh my god. 100%. Yeah, I agree with that one, Nick. That one's a.
Oh well.
I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, he's got a picture right there.
Oh, okay. All right, so yeah, 100%. Anyway, so we'll move on to the next thing, that music history. So, in 1968, Pink Floyd's founding member Syd Barrett becomes an early acid casualty, leaving the band. He can no longer contribute. So, what do you guys think about that? Don't do drugs.
I mean, it's Pink Floyd.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That's true.
All their songs are like
Tribute
the people who absolutely love Pink Floyd to the core were either potheads or tripping on something, listening to their
cracks in the ground.
Like, yeah, anything, anything playing Pink Floyd. So,
I mean, you said they were tripping, so that sucks.
Well, you see roots were growing under the tree, and they were bringing the concrete up.
Did they, or maybe they forgot to tie their shoes and they stepped on their shoelaces.
Yeah. Well, they were skateboarding, and then all of a sudden, they didn't see the crack.
There's a little stone.
It's always in there like this big. I don't even see it, but you see like this where you like basically
the tiniest speck,
disintegrated the rock, like that whole. you just completely destroyed that rock. But at the end,
Like you're on the
destroyed you.
ground, destroyed you. I guess you could say they were headstrong.
Take me on.
All right, so
Now I got it.
so anyway, so it's time for a complain train over here. Well, not really complain, but just thoughts on it. But we were talking about those pop goes punk albums or punk goes pop, whatever the hell you call them. But I just wanted to know what your thoughts on if whether or not they help or hurt the scene in terms of like getting new people to listen to like metalcore or like post-hardcore or whatever. Insert this genre name into hashtag whatever.
I
don't know why I
go
said-
first.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Chris. You can take the reins.
I think it helps them because a lot of these people, they never heard of these bands before. So, but they'll recognize a cover and they'll be like, a lot of times they'll be like, hey, that even sounds better than the original. All right, what's this band's name? And they don't remember. And it's like, all right, well, now I can actually listen to their original songs now. And it's like, wow, now I actually like this band. See, it's like a gateway to get people into knowing these bands. So I think it's a positive.
Hey kid, you want some Suicide Silence? How about you start listening to this a day to remember first, bro? It's like a gateway.
I got some candies. Oh dang! We have a special guest. That was my sound effects. Obviously, didn't work. Uncle John.
Yeah. Already
Anyway, I think we cut Chris off mid sentence. So
Yeah, we did.
Chris, if you have anything else you would like to add, Chris?
No, that's pretty much it. I think it just opens up people to knowing the band, to being like, oh, they sound interesting. Let me listen to what they actually write themselves as original music. So,
Dan, would you like to give your nickel or your dime or a quarter?
Well, I'd say,
I didn't mean actual
Oh.
change. I was just talking about your 2 cents. Shit, man.
I
get the
thought
joke.
this was for like the Children's Hospital Foundation.
Sorry.
I definitely think they help out these bands because there's like in the last Punk Goes Pop album, there was a lot of bands that like they didn't even have their own albums yet. Like that was their intro into the world beyond. So I mean, as far as that goes, it's really good for getting bands out there. And like Chris was saying, many of them are better than the original. In my opinion, most of them are better than the original.
I think we can all agree on that.
Except for August Burns Red Wrecking Ball sucked.
that was
wrong.
a great
Worst song.
That's a good example when it's
No,
on
you're
that
wrong.
whole
They always put out masterpieces. Don't
Of their
paint them
own
black,
music.
okay?
of their own music. They put out masterpieces. They did that song
You're wrong.
justice. They
wrong,
showed
man.
that song was better than what they put out. I'm sorry, Nick. You could zoom in and click all you want. But I mean, I'm sorry you don't have a slider. Yeah, but I mean, it definitely does help out new bands, for sure, man, for sure.
show.
We'll ask Nicholas next, and I'll go last because we switching it up here. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. You're done. You outie. True. Did somebody say Attila?
Hey, you wanna buy some Attila? I got some.
That's what he sounds like. Yeah. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yep.
No, I also agree with all of you guys. Like, yeah, it does definitely help them. I don't get why some people think like, oh well, like, like now people who like listen to popular music are now gonna listen to these bands. It's like, but that's what you want though. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only, like
That's
they're
the
gonna
point,
get bigger.
though.
Yeah, that like I'll show, like I'll be like if I'm hanging out with friends or whatever, and I'll have like the latest Punk Goes Pop album in my car or whatever, and we'll be listening to it. Be like, oh, what's that song? I'll be like, oh, it's this band. Like they did a cover of whatever. Like for example, like my sister's typically really not a fan of metal, but like I introduced her to Paris, even though they're not like metalcore or anything, but like they still are kind of like scene music, and she loves them now. So like I think it's just like a different avenue for people to like enjoy music, as well as like it's cool for the artists because like they kind of want to have fun with. I mean, music's all about fun, kind of. So like they want to have fun with like a song that they might enjoy or something like that. So I definitely agree that it does help them. But sometimes, like Dan said, like some people aren't happy with how some songs turn out or whatever. What's up, Nick? Yeah, true.
Mm.
That's true.
No, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely, no, I definitely get it. But yeah, I think it just adds another flavor to like them, like as a band for sure. But yeah. So we'll move on to the tour update thingy kind of thing. I know we kind of rehash it every week, but like, it's not like they come out with tours every day or whatever. But anyway, Norma Jean, He Is Legend. I don't know if that passed already. I just left it in there. Go to that. I think it passed. I'm not entirely sure. Issues Friday. What's good? Nick, just me, Nick, and his girlfriend, because that's not gonna be awkward or anything or whatever. So. This is gonna be Nick. This is gonna be Nick. give him a sick lean, be like.
You just gotta be like.
And then be like.
On about.
Nah, they're gonna be good.
Oh.
I can't wait to see Issues and the rest of the lineup for sure. But them Issues, another one. ABR, Bring Me. I was gonna say Bring Me the Horizon. That wasn't true. Between the Buried and Me, awesome. Both awesome bands. They're coming up. I think they're like either the day after Under Oath, or maybe the same day as Under Oath. I'm not even entirely sure. But that
like
would be
April. What?
18th or something. I think it's the next day actually. So that'd be nuts.
Yeah.
Too bad I didn't get off that weekend. That was sick. This one's kind of for Chris, actually. Man Overboard. I don't know if you knew they're breaking up or whatever, disbanding. So
They are?
yeah, but they're doing
Feels bad, man.
they're doing a last tour together, and they're coming around.
Wow.
I don't remember what the dates are, so I'll have to.
They
hit
just
you up
released a new
later.
album not too long ago, too.
Yeah, they're calling it quits. It sucks.
Yeah.
But we'll be
Yeah, they're a
talking.
very, very unique sounding band, too, because they have, like, the 2 vocalists.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're just... Not that that's very unique. I mean, there's a lot of bands that do that, but you just got... I mean, they're just a different kind of pop punk, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's definitely different for people to be able to pull it off.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say yeah. Definitely.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Anyway, we're all hyped. Under Oath next weekend, or
Yeah, week and a
next
half.
weekend, the week and a half. So, if you like we said earlier, and we've said
Everybody
it in multiple
come
videos,
and
come
hang
say
out.
what's up to us, because we're gonna be going and videotaping it and shit. But that'd be awesome to meet some of you if you actually are going and watch our videos. That'd be sick.
It's two things that you have to be able to do.
Two
in order to meet
things.
us.
Yeah, you have to be going to the show, and you have to like the YouTube page. He's gonna be like, hey guys, my name's Wingman700, and I'm with my
Follow me on Twitch TV. Thanks.
He's like, I'm with my posse. That's it. And he's gonna be like, this is the stage. That's it. See you later, guys. And that's it. Bye.
You flip the camera 20 feet away.
Bye, guys. You just hug your phone.
See ya!
And as long as it takes for my phone to hit the ground, that's how long I have to record.
So anyway, another one, classic scene band. The Used. They're doing two-nighter with their two LPs. It's gonna be pretty good. I don't know if I'll go to it yet, but looking pretty sick. So
Yeah, it's definitely worth going to if you can make it out there, because that's 2 of their best albums, arguably.
oh yeah,
From
definitely.
a really great band that's still going on today, which is not very common.
It's rare.
So.
Absolutely. And then the last one we got here is that We Came as Romans and Miss May I co-headliner.
That must have just got announced.
It wasn't announced that long ago. But their support is this band Wilson. I've never heard of them, but I listened to one of their tracks. And they kind of
Wilson?
sound... Yeah, Wilson.
Like the volleyball.
Like the volleyball,
Castaway?
yes.
Wilson!
And Sworn In. Sworn In.
That
is
sounds
the
like a cool
opener.
band.
They go.
Ooh.
They do a lot of. And that's it. And then just like, that's it. That's what they sound like. So
That's
in
our
a nutshell.
first song.
They are tough. Don't. There ain't nothing about that. They're tough. But I think Dan wanted to tell us about his car thing before we do that artist spotlight. Spotlight.
So, if you live anywhere near Pennsylvania, you know that Pennsylvania people, drivers, are horrible at driving. Especially if you live in New Jersey, you know that these people are horrible at driving. So I was on a Pennsylvania highway on my way back from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, from seeing my family. Now, I had wanted to leave the night before, so if I had done that, this wouldn't have happened. Which I told my mom, because my mom was one that's like, stay the night, just stay the night. Come on, man. But I know, right? Don't listen to your mommy.
Moral of the story: don't listen to your parents. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
So I look over at my GPS, right? And there's a construction warning, so I had to look, where's this construction happening? I look up, and apparently I find out later that the girl had dropped something under her foot, so she reached down to get it, going 75 miles an hour on the highway. So when she looked up, she had to slam on the brakes to not hit the car in front of her. So then when I look over, and I only looked away for like 2 to 3 seconds, maybe. All right. I look back over, and I have to slam on the brakes. And the person in front of her was already like 20 feet away by the time that I had to stop. So I look over to in my right lane to make sure that I can like try to veer out of the way. But on my veering out of the way bit, I shattered my headlight, crinkled up my hood, and pushed back the side panel of my above my wheel. We was all okay. We was okay. You know, I refused to go to the hospital. He was like, "Oh, you have to sign this. You refused." And I was like,
so strong.
I was like, "My wrist hurts a little bit, bro, but."
You should just
and I was just like,
you should just transpose
Yeah, if you're
those.
slapping your wrist like that, it's not hurting you, all right. I know that because I went to athletic training.
Nick should have just transposed like Nick should have just transposed those like sunglasses over Dan's eyes and then put deal with it.
but so then I find out after he makes me sign that, right, and then I find out that the girl, so we don't know what's really going on yet, but I find out that the girl couldn't make up her mind about which part of her hurt to her paramedic. She said her knee hurt and her back hurt at first because I was listening to the two paramedics talk because I'm a cool guy and they decided to talk close to me. And then 2 minutes later, she said it wasn't her knee and her back, it was her neck and her shoulder. And I was like, why are you just trying to like get money out of this? Like, obviously you're the one at fault. I had way less time to react than she had, like, because she was when I looked up and I started braking, she was probably like a foot from hitting the person in front of her.
Wow.
Yeah, but that person wasn't there to say anything, so. I don't even think they realized. They just continued to drive away, and the cops didn't get there for like 30 minutes.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
So did you get charged or anything?
So did you murder her? I mean,
I was told I will receive the report in the mail.
What?
Yeah, he said, man. I was like, well, I was in the back, so I guess I'm at fault. And they're like, yeah, that's generally the way it goes. And I was like, that's crap. And I was like, did she tell you that she was reaching under her foot? And he said yes. And I was like, okay, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Touche.
Because I mean,
did you say you're on your GPS though? Like looking at it?
I looked over at my GPS. I have a clip thing on my vent where I just
he just went like this probably. Yeah.
And it goes.
It
just flips. You know, splat. You know,
just a little blast.
Fine. I wasn't using any handheld devices. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see. There probably won't be any real like court thing. I'll probably just like.
All right, so I'm gonna surmise this with moral of the story is A, don't grab things under your foot, and B, don't be a girl.
And 3, bitches be wildin', yo.
Oh,
wildin', yo. Call Nick
wildin' out.
Wildin' out.
Nick Cannon.
And on that note, we're gonna move on to our next topic, which is our artist spotlight. So,
He's got this one.
All right. Well, you know, after Nick just ruined that for me, we're gonna be talking about this band called Seraphim. So, if you didn't remember or you didn't look at past episodes, I mentioned them a few weeks back, saying that they were a band I was listening to, and yeah, so I reached out to them after we did the episode, and I was like, hey, would you guys like to be on this? And they were like, sure thing, man. So we tweeted back and forth and stuff. So Anyway, they have an EP out called Tabula Rasa, and you can either get it on their Bandcamp for $5, or you can go purchase it on iTunes. I think for like $5 or something like that. Awesome EP, definitely. I would say for sure one of the best unsigned bands that I've heard in a while. Like in terms of like metalcore, post-hardcore kind of a thing.
Wait, they're signed now.
No, that was a April Fool's Day
April
joke.
Fools. Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Everybody, all them fans, you know what I'm saying? I got him.
Got filthy prank, bro.
But anyway, they released a cover of "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley. So it's actually a joke, but it's for real. But they didn't get signed yet. But they should get signed because they're awesome. And every song on their EP is killer, like from front to back. It's an amazing album. They also do covers on their YouTube channel. They've done
the weekend ones.
They've done Can't Feel My Face. They've done In the Night, and they did Drake's Hotline Bling, and I think they've done like a few others in the past. But they're awesome. They're an awesome unsigned band, and you should definitely either follow them on Twitter, give them a like on Facebook, or whatever other social media things that they use. But definitely keep an eye out for them because they will. I am almost positive they will be signed by the end of this year. Just in terms of like what I think, but I don't know if you guys took a listen to them at all. I know Chris did before we started, so I'll go to Chris first, and then if you guys want to put your change in there, you can.
Yeah, it's real good. I was listening, like you said, to their 5-song EP Tabula Rasa right before this, and yeah, it really hits hard with the lyrics are great, and the vocals, the clean vocals are super good. Like, that guy's got some range to him. Oh, I don't know any of their names, but
Jordan's the singer. So
okay, yeah, that guy's
got some pipes
on him. He's got some pipes.
Yeah, the guitar work is really cool with the sweeps and all. Like they got some great guitar riffs in there. And just like their production quality as a whole, with both the songs and the videos are shot really good. Especially that one cover, I was like, "Wow, these guys aren't signed yet. That's pretty freaking crazy to me." You know, sounds like they put a lot of hard work into this stuff, and you know. Absolutely. I'm sure within the next 6 months they're gonna get signed to somebody. Watch, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. They went to Johnny Frenak, and for those of you who obviously are in the scene, you know that name because it's synonymous with Attack. He's the guitar player and like singer of the band, but he does a lot of production as of late. But he did their EP and he's done all of their covers, like the mixing, the mastering, all that stuff. And one of their guitar players does some of his guitar work, like I just like guess side stuff, but he's awesome as well. His name's Lee. He does like guitar solo. He actually did a cover. I sent it to Dan. He does a cover of Childish Gambino's "The Crawl" in like a metal fashion. It's disgusting. It's so good. I was listening to it at school today. I mean, disgusting in a good way, bruh. Man, like, you know, Nick doesn't get that cool lingo, you know. He's gonna be an old boy, you know, this Saturday.
Oh, I say, boy.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry.
So anyway, after that stupid interruption, yes, you should definitely give them a like, give them a listen. I will put their full EP stream in the description, as well as like their social media and their Bandcamp and stuff like that. But definitely support them. Awesome band. They're definitely gonna go far for sure. And I can't wait to see what happens with them next. But I don't know if you guys wanted to add anything else. I don't think Nick gave him a listen, but Dan can give a little two cents, you know.
You know, because
no. I mean,
check
just
out
answer the damn question, Dan.
Check out their in the night cover, and then you'll just know how awesome they are as a band. There you go. I didn't even listen to their new stuff. I didn't even listen to the EP yet. I know it's gonna be amazing. Oh, I'm so dedicated. Dedicated LAN.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Serious.
we better end this thing then.
King Bean, just do it.
No.
You should do it in the style of Franz from Attila.
All right. Yeah. Let's do it.
Fucking roll.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
All the other ones he gave a 3. So.
Oh my god!
I like anything by Kingpin.
Just stop. Oh my god. We're just gonna have a separate Twitter account for Kingpin over here. Alright, so it's talked about it's time for the Plugtown USA over here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we'll start it off with Chris again.
Yeah, pretty much follow me on everything Star Raptor. YouTube, I got a Game of Thrones recap show coming into works when that show starts up. So if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you want to check that out. Yeah, so Twitter, Star Raptor, Facebook, Star Raptor, you got it. All right, Dan.
All right, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram at Wingman700. All those things. I've recently been starting to use all those things. You can even Snapchat me a picture of a squirrel rock climbing at Wingman700. There you go. How about you, Nick?
Oh wait, Nick doesn't use social media.
Oh, the streaming thing.
Yo, you gotta follow him on Twitch though.
Yeah, Twitch. Follow him on that Twitter.
Yeah.
It's usually.
He's lying. He's been streaming. He's been playing Guitar Hero. If you want to see some epic, expert level guitar. Yo.
All right. So last off, I do that Audio Addiction social media. So you can follow us at Audio Addiction _ on Twitter, Facebook, Audio Addiction New Jersey, NJ. I mean, it's up there, over there somewhere. But yeah, so do that. And we also have a Reddit. I've been trying to comment on the things with the new songs and the Fandango things. So follow us on the Reddit. Follow us on the Reddit thing. Make sure upvote, our episodes and our channel and stuff. That'd be sick. We also do a Tumblr. I still don't know how to use that because I'm not at 100% hipster yet. So I'll get back to you on that one.
Still working
on the hipster thing. I have to start growing grass and like putting it in my blends, in my fruit juices and stuff. And I also have to own a large collection of vinyl, which I'm starting on. So I'm like halfway through the hipster process. And then I have the skinny jeans and the flannel. So we almost there. Okay.
I got the beanie. It's a Neff.
Dan's got the beanie and the facial hair. So he's like halfway there. So if we both reach that maximum level of hipster, maybe we can just combine together. So follow us on Tumblr, Audio Addiction New Jersey, or whatever. You know it's good. That's it. And then if you want to follow me on Instagram, all I do is cook food and shit. So you like that and shit.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Did I forget the shit part? That was it. The shit and food and food, but mainly shit though. But anyway, so that's
it looks something like this.
Or you can no. Or you can follow me on Miitomo because I got that because it's cool. And I don't know what it is, but it's with Nintendo. So if you have a Wii U or something,
Always nerding out.
Yeah, I am. So
yeah. Kill him. Okay.
so we'll end it off here, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed episode 8, and we may or may not have a special guest coming around soon. So keep on the lookout. We might have some extra people, unless my computer dies, then you'll lose one. But that's
if you'd
okay.
like to be that special person,
if you'd like to be that special person, just comment down below.
Comment down below.
Comment,
an
make
email.
sure to comment, subscribe, everything. I keep forgetting to mention that, so that will help our channel out immensely.
I think it's because we keep forgetting to mention that. That's why.
But so do that and be cool, guys. That's it. Deuces. Taking a juice.
See ya.
Taking a deuces.